oily and combination skin. I'm going to walk you through the 4-step process to prepping your skin properly before makeup. I do want to preface this by saying a lot of these steps should be a part of your everyday skincare routine. So that kind of helps alleviate some of the pressure, right? I don't want you thinking like, oh my gosh, I have to do all these steps before I do my makeup. It should be something that you're already doing and getting into the habit of. And it's once you start doing that and getting consistent with taking care of your skin, the better skin you'll have and the less you'll have to actually prep before you do your makeup. So the 4 basic steps being cleansing and exfoliating, toning or facial misting, hydrating, and priming. So if you're doing the first 3 day to day already, then the only other thing you're really going to have to do right before you do your makeup is to properly prime and mattify your skin right before you put your makeup on. So I'm going to walk you through it really quickly and try to give you some product suggestions along the way. Step 1 being to cleanse and exfoliate. So you want to make sure you're cleansing your skin. You can do it twice a day if you want. I generally only wash my face at night, but I usually splash it with cold water in the morning or use a micellar water on a cotton pad to kind of give my skin a quick refresh in the morning. So do what feels good to you. Generally, more of a gel cleanser or foaming cleanser is really great for oily skin. I'm more combination, so I'm kind of dry and then pretty oily down the center. So I use like a really nice, it's like a lightweight cream cleanser from Tata Harper that I'm really enjoying. So I'll link that in the description below. Something else you really want to make sure that you're doing is to exfoliate, and you want to exfoliate regularly. So I would say exfoliate anywhere from 1 to 4 times a week. You don't want to over exfoliate because then you can really damage the skin. It can really make your skin more sensitive. So you really want to be gentle with it. A great gentle exfoliant that I always recommend to my clients is the facial radiance pads from First Aid Beauty. And these are great. These are the sensitive skin ones. So they are hypoallergenic and they're fragrance free, and they're just these little cotton pads, and you just run it across your skin for like 30 seconds. There's no rinsing, there's no second step, takes no time at all. It's really easy to integrate into your skincare routine. And it has like glycolic acid, so it's really, really great. It just really gets rid of those dead skin cells, really deep cleans the skin, works amazingly well. So incorporate some sort of exfoliant if you haven't already. Next, I would say toner or some sort of facial mist. So toners kind of got a bad rap back in the day because they used to excessively dry out the skin. They used to have a lot of alcohol in them, so that's something you kind of want to avoid. I would say lean towards something that has no alcohol. You don't want it to be exceptionally drying. There are toners for everything you could ever want. So if you have rosacea, or if you are looking for anti-aging, or if you're looking for, excessive oiliness, you can find a toner for you. So finding the right toner, pick one out that you like, swipe it on the skin with a cotton pad or just in your hands and kind of splash it on your face. Do that right after you cleanse. If you're not into the toner thing, which is me, I prefer more of like a facial mist. Sorry, this guy is driving me nuts. So if you prefer more of a facial mist like I do, there's so many great ones out there. I'm currently loving the Tata Harper Hydrants Floral Essence. Love that stuff. I also really enjoy Evian, Caudalie, and of course the cult favorite that everybody knows, I'm sure, is Mario Badescu's line. So there's a third one that they have too that I haven't tried. But these are great because they're really soothing, they're hydrating, they help the next serums or moisturizers that you're going to add onto your skin to absorb a little more easily. So love a facial mist. Next step would be to hydrate. Hydrate, I'm going to break this into 3 steps, okay? You want to do your face, your eyes, and your lips. All of that needs to make sure it's properly hydrated so that when you put makeup on it, it's going to just go on really seamlessly and smoothly, and it should feel like silk, okay? So using a good moisturizer is really important, even if you're super oily. I know so many people have very oily skin and they say, I don't moisturize because I'm so oily. But that's so counterintuitive. If you're not hydrating your skin is overcompensating for that. It's missing the moisture, so it overproduces sebum. So it's this vicious cycle, right? I've also met a lot of people with really oily skin that wash their face multiple times a day, where they're like, oh, I wash my face like 10 times a day because I'm so oily. But every time you're washing your face, You're removing all that oil that your skin is producing because it's trying to hydrate your skin. So then it overproduces more and more and more. You're just creating more of an issue for yourself. So the best thing you can do is to find a lightweight moisturizer that you apply once or twice a day. I always say twice a day. Do it in the morning, do it at night. But find what works for you. At least moisturize once a day, please. I swear you'll notice a difference. It's just a matter of finding the right product. So find something really lightweight. A serum is always really great, or an oil-free moisturizer of some sort is going to be wonderful. Experiment, play with it. Give it some time to adjust. Sometimes it takes a few days for your skin to understand what's happening, to start scaling back, right? Because it's so used to overproducing that oil that once you kind of start adding that moisturizer into it, it kind of needs to be like, oh, hold on, pump the brakes, give me, it takes a couple days for that to happen. But trust me, it'll make a difference. So always hydrate. Incorporate an eye cream. So many great eye creams out there. First Aid Beauty has good ones. L'Oreal, Glossier, everybody's got an eye cream now. It really makes a big difference. The skin around your eye is so delicate and very dry. It needs some extra love, so you really want to make sure that you're taking good care of it. If you want to take it the extra step, you can always incorporate like under eye masks or under eye patches. These ones are my favorite from Clarins. I feel like they really help to brighten and tighten that under eye area, so it's really, really nice. And of course, you want to hydrate your lips, okay? So I always default to, these are my two favorite lip balms. The Smith Rosebud, just gorgeous. Has a nice shine to it, so if you're into that shine, that's a good one. And if you want something a little more matte, I like the glossierbalm.com. So these are really, really fun. They have lots of different flavors if you're into that. So hydrate those lips. Last but not least, the creme de la creme. You want to find a good primer. There are a million primers, so you can find something that suits you. Something that you want to keep in mind is you want to pay attention to the ingredients. And I say this because if you are using a water-based foundation, you want to stick with a water-based primer. And the only reason I say that is because water and water go together. If you have a water-based primer and a silicone-based foundation, they might butt heads a little bit. And your foundation might not be applied as smoothly as you want. And you'll get super frustrated because you're like, oh my God, I invested in a primer and I did all the right steps. I prepped my skin, did everything the right way, and here it is, my foundation is not going on the right way. So ingredients matter, unfortunately. It does make a big difference. So try to make sure you're paying attention to the ingredients in your foundation to pick the right primer. Generally, if you have oily skin, something that has silicone in it does help quite a bit. But if you're trying to avoid that, you might just find yourself blotting a little bit more. It's just the way that it is, right? So some favorites that I have, I actually really like the Porefessional from Benefit. This is really great if you have very large pores. It also, I think, works pretty well for oily skin. And I also love these mattifiers. These are amazing. So this is Face to Face. I have Mayron and Cover FX mattifying drops. Where's the label? There it is. So these are really great. So these are awesome. You can use them instead of a primer. You can use them as a primer. You can use them as spot treatments after you do your makeup in case you don't want to keep adding powder to your face. So if you are more combination, you can go in with like whatever primer you like, and then you can kind of go in and spot treat any oily areas with these. So that's just something that you can add into your routine. So if you're doing all the steps that we talked about before with the moisturizing and the exfoliating and all that stuff, then your oil control should kind of balance out a little bit, and you shouldn't have to blot as much because you should be producing a little less oil. It should balance itself out a little bit. So just something to keep in mind. The only other primer that I say is really, really important would probably be like an eyeshadow primer. And I say that because I hate it when eyeshadow transfers or it gets creasy or your eyeliner gets from here to here, like it's the worst, right? So using an eyeshadow primer actually is very, very helpful. There are lip primers out there also, which are really great for keeping lipstick on all day, especially if you're not going to use a lip liner. It's really, really helpful. So those are some additional primers that do make a bit of a difference. It's worth experimenting and playing with. So there you have it. Oily combination skin. That's kind of some of the products you want to like look out for and things that you want to start including into your everyday skincare routine. I think the biggest takeaway should be to make sure that you're hydrating and exfoliating your skin and just taking really good care. Being consistent is the biggest thing. So if you're being consistent with your skincare, your skin will mellow out and get into a good groove. And then from there, prepping your skin will take no time at all. So I hope this was helpful. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to share and subscribe, I'm super into that. And if you have any product suggestions of things that you'd like me to check out or review, please feel free to leave it in the comments section. I love learning about new products. I can't possibly try them all, so I will do the best that I can. And I look forward to talking to you guys next time. Have a great day.